Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is a flick through of White Dwarf issue 497. Great fleshy quartz. I'm not too sure which character this is, but the minis there look fabulous. So, Alpha Predators, we are going to get some data cards for an alternative Tyranids combat patrol. And in this issue it says this issue's card section includes our 2 scenarios of the month, each for Warhammer 40,000 and Age of Sigmar. It also includes data sheets and rules you'll need to field the insidious infiltrators in your combat patrol games. So, contact readers' models and letters. These Vargeists are really cool. I like these. I painted the Vargskier from Cursed City and I love it. Abaddon the Despoiler. Karanak, the Hound of Vengeance. Right, Worlds of Warhammer, an exploration of Giran, the Realm of Life. So just, I think this be just designer's notes and a bit of background fluff on that particular realm. Then we're into our bunker challenges. So the bunker challenge for February-March is Leaders and Heroes. Send photos to them by the 31st of August. We do get 2 bunker progress cards here, as well as 2 more paint recipe cards. And then mobile warfare. Muster your armies. So, mobile warfare, this is our mission number 8. Resolve pre-battle rules. Right, muster armies, create the battlefield, blah, blah, blah. The opposing armies are led by skilled and experienced leaders whose battle records have afforded them autonomy beyond their station, capable of reading the ebb and flow of battle and directing their forces accordingly. These opponents engage in a war of manoeuvre whilst utilising elite units allocated to them by high command. They engage in a series of lightning assaults, feints and counterattacks. So interesting board setup. Looks like you've got 4 objective markers, and you're kind of quartering the battlefield, but then you're lopping off the top right hand corner for this deployment zone, and then the bottom left hand corner for this deployment zone. And then there's an objective marker just inside each of your deployment zones, and 1 each in the empty quarters. And then the Strongholds Treasure Siege Warfare Battle Plan. So this battle plan can be played as a standalone battle plan, or if you have a copy of White Dwarf 496, you can use it in combination with the Siege Warfare Battle Pack presented in that issue. So there you go. Defender is setting up with all 4 objectives in the centre of the board, essentially. War Unbound, so this is Warhammer Underworlds. Squid. So some info on there. And then basic training is for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Noble Deeds of the Flesh Eater Courts. Facing the Flesh Eater Courts. Right, so this looks like how to potentially deal with these nasty little buggers, horrible things. Provide you with knowledge and strategies to help you become a better player. This month, to coincide with the recent release of Battletome Flesh Eater Courts, I thought it would be interesting to create a Know Thine Enemy type of article. What tactics, rules, combinations and battlefield situations should commanders of other armies expect to face when they come up against the horrific half-dead monsters? There you go. And the mini on the front was the Carrion King. It's brilliant. I love it. And then you've got your question for orders served. And this I found interesting. All over washes, what simple painting for death rattle skeletons and some dire wolves. Satellite Uplink, Bunker of the Month, Long Island War Games. Nice Mephiston there. In Drasta, I don't generally collect. I don't really play that much Age of Sigmar. I've collected Stormbringer with a friend. We've yet to play any proper games, but Indrasta does appeal to me. That's a nice colour scheme for Belisarius Call here. Red and green. Green cloaks, red armour. The Eternal War for the conquest of the mortal realms. Here we go. Strongholds of the realms, in which the forces of order and destruction dwell. So, Arc Arcana, so some background fluff on different areas, realms within Age of Sigmar. Luminous Realm Lords. Modelling and painting inspiration for the armies of the mortal realms. This issue, the Luminous Realm Lords, the Enlightened Elves of Hysh. So, some painting inspiration for those that collect the elves. Oh, that's really cool. I love that. That is cool. Oh, One Day the Wanderer, Mega Gargant. So some really lovely miniatures, and they're obviously giving you the paint recipe, the paint list that they used. Spear of Darkness, so some fiction, excuse me, some fiction for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Madness of Baron Vine Gulpa, Cursed City. Aha. Explore the gore-encrusted district of the Clot. Okay. Laying Siege, Journey Rules. Does anybody know if anybody did a 3D STL file for these terrain tiles for Cursed City? I'd like to get hold of some if that's something that's been done. Our enemy sally forth. So nice, couple of nice interesting maps. Hostile groups, 20 Crypt Guard, 1 Royal Decapitator, 2 Crypt Flayers and a Crypt Infernal Courtier. So 20 Crypt Guard, Crypt Horrors, 3 Crypt Haunter Courtiers and Marrow Scroll Herald. And then you get data cards for the Crypt Guard, the Royal Decapitator, Crypt Flayers, Crypt Infernal, Crypt Horrors, Marrow Scroll, Herald, and that's your lot. Cool. So, and there's 2 of each because One card is their stat line during daylight, and then one card is stat line when it turns to night in Cursed City. I do know that much. Vashtor the Archiphanal, Inquisitor's Analysis. So this is interesting. Inquisitor Kotias begins an investigation of a dire threat. I haven't read this yet, but I will do. Just get a little bit more background fluff on Vashtor. It's going to be interesting. And then part 2 of the Stilled Faith fiction. The Black Consuls join the Inquisitorial investigation on Iridis. And then Tale of Four Warlords, which is Warhammer 40,000 this time round. So a quick rundown of what they've done already. So it looks like they're jumping months to be able to put in the Age of Sigmar Warlords. And then there's their chart. See how well they're doing. Khorne, World Eaters, Goreforged. That is just massively over the top. What's it called? Khorne, Lord of Skulls, is it? The Ingeniators, Space Marines. Liking the colour scheme on that. It's kind of okay. Yeah, it's very close to some of the Leagues of Votan colour schemes. But this guy has a Leagues of Votan list as well as the Ingeniators army list as well. Heralds of the Plague Fleet. Lovely. A little bit of corrupted Space Marines there. And then Splinter Fleet Amarok. I do need to paint my NIDs. I'm thinking of going black-ish in a xenomorph kind of vibe. I know it's probably not very imaginative, but... And then we have the article for our Insidious Infiltrators. Now they gave us these 4 cards for this combat patrol, but they've only given us 3 units, but you can field, I think, several units of Von Ryan's Leapers. So you have a Lictor, you have Von Ryan Leapers, and then this is a Neuro... I did see it. Where's it gone? I want to say Neurolictor. Yeah, Neurolictor. Death's Shadow is called. So that's like, that would be a really, really good combat patrol, infiltration combat patrol to fight the combat patrol that we had last month, in last month's issue, the infiltrators, Space Marine infiltrators and that. But yeah, there you go. So you've got obviously Death's Shadow, 1 model, Lictor, 1 model, and then they've put 3 Von Ryan Leapers units in the fray there. And then obviously the extra fluff for an information for the cards. Scout Squad Kill Team. So this is the Scout Squads and the Dire Avengers, are they? That were recently released as a combat patrol. So additional information, you've got your unit cards here as well. Scout Hunter, Scout Sniper, Scout Warrior, Scout Tracker, Scout Sergeant, Scout Gunner. Yeah, so there you go. Scout Squad Spec Op rules. Rare equipment, strategic assets, scout vehicles, communications vehicles, cogitator banks. Requisitions, covert engagement, and then we're into some Warhammer the Old World. Battle report for Warhammer the Old World. So there you go. And it's nice that they've done the battlefields, by the look of it, in the very old style, with like foam hills, flocked, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, fantastic. Old days of Warhammer. So Tombkins against Bretonnians here. Wholesale slaughter. Yeah, but on who? Bretonnians won by the look of it. 1,990 victory points to the Bretonnians, to the Tomb Kings 955. And then Black Library, second part for our Legacy of Defiance with the Tome Keepers. And then inside the studio, our orders answers, hobby bingo, and some minis. These look nice. These Imperial Fist Stern Guard. I'm not sold on the old style Land Raiders though. Sorry. Right, so there you go. That was this month's White Dwarf. Hope you enjoyed that. It's just a quick flick through. And hopefully you will join me in the next video. Alright, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.